Hi, you guys. So I actually have a million and one things to do today. It's a Saturday, and I don't even am not even ready to go out today yet. But I did want to make this video because it's been on my mind, and I think maybe I was like, okay, let me just share it today. Why not? Anytime now in the present, no time like the present. So the topic is abstinence. Abstinence is a personal choice that people make, both female and male, to just abstain from having sex. It can be for, long durations of times. It can be short periods of time, or it could be for the rest of your life until you're married or until you're not married. Like, it's just a personal choice that someone makes to sustain from having sex. Am I a virgin? I'm not a virgin. However, I'm choosing right now. Well, I'm not choosing right now. I have already chosen a long time ago, maybe like since the summer, that I want to be abstinent. I'm going to maintain that mentality. Like, I don't know yet. It's been going a few months strong, and I really like, what I'm doing. So I'll probably continue doing it. So what does that mean to me, and like, why did I choose to do it? Why I actually chose to become abstinent was is just with my experiences with online dating. Okay, it's 2016. Majority of people date and hook up via the internet, online dating. I have lots of friends who've become engaged and are married to people they met online. So it's not too unusual for people to online date. Some people consider it still taboo, but I'm like, y'all must be like older, because it's like everyone does now. Where is it going with this? Oh yeah, so a lot of my friends were getting married online, meeting a lot of people online, but me being an African-American woman, like, my challenges with dating are so much more different than other races. I think because I'm black, a lot of men initially feel like the urge to objectify me and other women like me sexually. And, can you really blame them? When you turn on the television, what do you see? Lots of African-American women being portrayed as sexual objects. You get that in the media, you get that on television, you get that, in our daily lives, and then a lot of women feed into that hype. Well, since all I'm going to get is men who want to objectify me, let me make it easy for them. Let me just, be free. Let me just hook up. I know not all women are like that. Some women choose to do that, and if they choose to do that, that's your personal choice. But I'm like choosing to be the opposite. On my list of things I want from a man, sex is probably at the bottom of the list. It's always been at the bottom of the list. I feel like there's more things that come from relationships besides sex. And it's not like I hate sex. I think sex is great. I think that it has a real life purpose, and it can bring closeness with people. But what I'm finding now in 2016, there are other ways that you can be close with someone that are probably more productive towards, like, your end goals, which, if you are like me, maybe being in a long-term relationship or being married and finding your person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with. So just me taking that journey with men and just seeing what it's really like out there, and like seeing how guys are acting and their behavior and assessing it, I'm just like, no, like, I'm worth so more than that. So it almost starts with that mind frame. I'm worth more than just being your physical toy. I'm worth more than that. When you make that stance, then kind of you can start rearranging everything else, and it'll start making more sense in how you want to conduct yourself and how you want to lead your relationships and who you want to be around with. It's just easier to make those decisions. My one concrete thing with relationships now that I'm choosing to be abstinent is making the word to a guy, like, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, I'm not going to have sex with you. You could be the greatest guy in the world. I'm not going to sleep with you. I let that be known to the guy in a way that's tactful and doesn't make them feel rejected. Guys are sensitive. They tie themselves with sex. They measure themselves with their penis sizes. So I try to be as gentle with them as, letting them know, like, look, this is just something I'm choosing to do. It has nothing to do with you. Before I met you, I was doing this. And so that kind of makes them feel more secure, and they can continue with dating with me, or they can choose to leave. Most of the time I find is A guy will not continue to talk to me if when I lay it out there. Those are guys who just want to use women, who, you know, that's all they feel like they're worth, and that's all they want women for, is just to objectify them, just to use them for sex. And I make it so easy. I'm like, you know, bye. You know, just go. There are more of you out there. There's more of what you're looking for out there. Go find, be free. Find what you want. You know, just go. Leave me alone. You know, I don't want you. If you can't provide for me, provide. Good concept to go over. If you cannot provide for me emotionally, intellectually, spiritually, you know, and then intimacy-wise, physically is at the last on my list, then there's nothing I want from you. So be free, frolic, go live your life, be well, you know. And what I find when I do take this approach, the guys that will stick around are guys who have a genuine interest in you, have a real interest in you. Maybe some guys which will continue, and maybe they may decide, you know what, I don't like this. Like, I want to know that eventually we're going to hook up, you know. And I let those guys go too. Because at the end of the day, unless you can give me what I want, which is the intellectual, the emotional, the safety, like, I know you're going to be around for a while, I can trust you, then I don't care. Like, go. You know. I think a lot of women feel insecure with that. Like, they want these guys to stick around. Maybe they're really, really attracted to them. Maybe they really do want to be with these guys, and they feel like the only way you can keep them is having sex. To be perfectly honest, if you want to keep a guy, it's probably best not to have sex with them. Keep them guessing. And at the end of the day, if a guy really wants to be with you, he's going to be with you regardless of whether or not he has sex with you. You know, I think guys tend to leave more, or tend to not stay when they do have sex, because they already got the prize. Like, what's the point in staying, you know? And I think people have been saying that for years. Women don't really believe it. Maybe women feel, you know, the need to go with their hormones too. And like I said before, if you're choosing to have sex, you know, and to be, or open about all of that, I say more power to you. But you have to really evaluate what you want in the long term. Like, if you're like me and you want marriage and kids and all that stuff, you're probably not going to get it taking that approach. I think you probably might get that more taking my approach, which is just to tell these guys no, to go, to beat it, and to kind of hold out for that one guy who's going to show you that he's worth it, you know. I have a high turnover rate with guys, can't lie, but at the end of the day, I have a high turnover rate, but what have they gotten from me? You never had sex, you know, you didn't get that from me, so they come in and out, and I'm open, I'm okay with that. Like, you don't have, I'm always making it known to the guy, like, you don't have to stay with me. It's not even the hard feelings. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. Like, I'm very political when it comes to that. I'm like, I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. It's just not me. So go find that thing that you want so badly, and good luck to you. Because I'm worth so much more than that, honey. Let me tell you. You know, like, you're going to get everything in a bag of chips with this. But because you can't wait, that's fine. You'll hook up with the next girl who hasn't figured it all out yet, or whatever. No shade. So, yeah. And again, I've been doing this for a couple of months. I've met some cool people, some good, really nice friends, you know. I feel like you open up a really positive door towards good friendships. Even if the guys are not, you know, are not hooking up with you, you're building these strong relationships without sex, which means that you're getting to know them and they're getting to know you, and so you naturally have a friendship. It's like a flirty friendship, you know, like, of course, friends with benefits, meaning for me would be like a guy who I consider a friend, but maybe I'll hold his hand from time to time, or maybe, and he can come over to my house and we can cuddle and watch TV together, or we can do things together. Like, I honestly find I get more from having relationships where I'm abstinent than I did before. Like, guys are generally interested in seeing what this is all about, seeing what you're all about, and so it kind of ends up being more. As far as intimacy is concerned, you can be intimate with someone and not have sex with them. And if you're a woman like me, I think most women, they feel like they get that closeness with someone with having sex. You can be close to someone without having sex, you know. Like I said, massaging. Like, what do we do in the bedroom? It's not having sex. So what are we doing? Massages. Just having cool conversations. You can cuddle with them. Like, there's so many different things. Like, I remember going on a date with a guy once, and I could tell he was so nervous. And all I did was just hold his hand. Like, holding someone's hand and just knowing that you're there with them, you know, having a genuine connection with them. Like, what's wrong with that? There's so many different forms of intimacy. I don't see why so many people push sex as the end-all, be-all. I know guys tend to push that a lot. If just all I'm telling you is, ladies, it's okay to say no. Say no, and it's okay. It's okay if they leave. Feel comfortable with letting men go. Okay? I think the only time I've really had issues letting guys go is when I generally had strong feelings for them. Like, I really, really love them, or I wanted them to be in my life, like, forever. And so it's like, I have to let you go. I don't want to, you know, like, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. You gotta feel comfortable with letting them go and understanding that if you let them go, if it's really meant to be, if they're really meant to be with you, if they really care anything about you, they'll return. They'll come back. And if they don't, you just have to move on. And that's that. I know it could be sad sometimes, girls. Trust me, I've been there. But you just have to be strong and carry on. So with saying all of that, you know, not having sex, removing risks for getting STDs, STIs, and of course getting pregnant. All those risks are gone. And what are you getting? The comfort of having a male's attention without having to compete with other women, you know, not feeling mad at guys for having sex. No, you're not around anymore. After we had sex, you're not my boyfriend. You're not going to stick around. That's out of the table. I don't use sex as a control tool. I don't use sex as a manipulation tool. I don't even have sex now. So if you really want to be with me, that means that you just genuinely must like my company. How wonderful is that? Can't really cheat on me. You know, I don't own you. You don't own me. We're not having sex. So it removes a lot of tension and, like, it builds a lot of positive from my experience. Feel free, this video is getting long, feel free to comment. Feel free to tell me your opinions. Don't tell me how much you hate this bow on my head. It's a Saturday. I work a lot. Let me chill in my house. And I'll make a video. I don't really care how I look either. If you think I look bad, honey, I'm not worried about you. Just joking. Feel free to comment and add anything you'd like to add in the comment sections. And again, this is just me giving you my opinion. I hope it helps some women, you know, and I would love to hear different opinions on this topic because I feel like it's still taboo and controversial, even though I don't think it really should be. So that's that. Thank you for watching this video, and I will make another one soon. See you guys later. Bye.